Hello, welcome back. I'm Tonya from Tonya's Witchy Kitchen, and how are you doing today? So, I don't know how your kids are in school, but I tell you what, after 5 children and 3 grandkids, boys are weird. That's what I've come up with. And girls don't have it easy at all. And this is an odd topic. Public bathrooms are just, some of them are spectacular, right? They're very well kept up, and some of them are atrocious. Now, the horror stories I hear about school they are atrocious. Now, my daughters didn't complain about, school bathrooms, because when you're a girl, you don't have an option, right? It's just our body, hating us. That's what my daughter says. But, for boys, every single one of my boys would not use the bathrooms in school unless they absolutely had an emergency. They would not. They would hold it till they got home. And seriously, riding the bus, you're an extra hour out. Use the bathroom unless they absolutely had to. Talk about spoiled, right? Spoiled. We don't have that option. I mean, little kids do, but I don't think little kids cared, but I actually can't say that because even in elementary school, my boys would not use the bathrooms. I don't know. Do you have this issue? Have you ever had this issue? Because even my boys now, I do know if they're running around town, they will stop at my daughter's house just to use the bathroom because they don't want to use a public bathroom. And I mean, yeah, like I said, there's a ton of germs there, but it's just gosh, you guys, what are you going to do when you have a real problem? How are you going to handle it? They're crazy. They're weird. Boys are weird. That's why they have cooties. But anyway, today we are doing another second bar in the Here Comes Summer Soap series. And 3 things. Be kind, be forgiving, be you. And let's go check out the coconut lime verbena. And to our soap, coconut lime verbena. I love this scent. This is one of the first soaps, or first fragrance oils I bought when I first started soaping. And I just love it. And it actually amazes me that I don't use it in more things. I did do a lotion when I first started. That was, that went over well. I don't know why I don't stick to things at work. But anyway, since I'm playing with my micas, I will tell you the colors are Love of Sunshine with a little bit of neon yellow added and jade green. Both of those are from Nurture's Homemade. And what concoction is in this soap today? Well, we're looking at coconut hydrosol in the lye water. And we're looking at coconut powder, coconut milk powder is what it is, milk powder. And that is in the oils right there. Sometimes I feel that it does accelerate the batter a little bit, but sometimes that's a bonus because this soap is going to look, the design is going to look a little bit familiar to you, simply because it is a similar pattern to the Fuzzy Winter. Yes. And I got the fragrance oil from Wholesale Supplies Plus because I wanted to try out the Just Scent one to see if it compares to the Crafters Choice. Is that what it's called? Wholesale Supplies Plus's main thing. Sometimes you gotta shop around, in case yours is out of stock, and then you have a backup. I don't know. I'm making that up. A backup. Oh, it's hard. It's hard because you get, they all have their little twist, It's really hard sometimes to go back or try another one because sometimes you just like the one you have, and I'm just a weirdo like that, so. And as I said, this is a copycat of the Fuzzy Winter design, the original design. I showed you that in May, didn't I? April, May, somewhere in there.
Yeah, so we have to basically weigh out the layers. Now, each of those colored layers, obviously I don't have to weigh out because they're pretty spot on to what they need to be. The other layers, it's, so all the layers are roughly 6 ounces a piece. And so, as you can see, the first layer, trying to get that close to 6 ounces. And then I put the first colored layer on there. This is the hard part, which is why it's nice to have see how it's starting to thicken up already, a thicker batter, because I don't want to break the plane of that. Even though I take the hanger swirl through it, don't I? Yeah. It's a hanger, but it's not the swirl. It's a vertical hanger, if you remember. And so, yeah, trying very hard not to break the plane of this and go slowly. And I know it doesn't look that way, but you got to remember this is, speed it up so that we don't all get bored. But it is thickening up really, really nicely. That green is. And so I just literally put almost all of it in the mold except for a little bit to reserve for the top, and spread it around and get it nice and not super exact flat, but as flat as, a pretty good flat as possible. And then next comes the second layer of white. And this one will also be measured out to weigh approximately 6 ounces of white batter on top. And then we move to our yellow layer, which, as you can see, is still, thick, but not too super thick, like sometimes, where you're plopping it in the mold. It's still pretty fluid. And so, really nice and pourable, actually. Probably better than the green. Interesting. But yeah, just putting it on top, getting most of it out of the container, reserving a little bit for the top, and flattening it out. Now, I don't need to weigh the last part of it because obviously that's going to be approximately close to 6 inches left over of my white. I did not, okay, that is something. I did not use titanium dioxide in here at all. It's just the color of the soap batter, just so you know. I know you didn't see me put it in there, but I just thought I'd mention it. And so I finish up with the white as best as I can. And then I'm going to, not strategically, but just kind of plop my soap, which is now set up, is pretty thick, and I'm just going to randomly place it all over the top of the mold and take my skewer stick and make it a chunky, swirly top. I actually kind of like these. These have been my fun thing this year, the chunky tops, when they work out. When they're still fluid and then I have to sit there, it kind of is frustrating. But when I don't have to, like this one was just like already set up, that's kind of cool. I really liked it. Yeah. And it is going into the oven to be seed-popped. Yes. Look at that. Next day. Ooh, nice solid bar. You can see the yellow and the green. I have a little holes in there because it was kind of thick. Yeah, you have that on those bigger jobs. But the colors turned out really pretty. I kind of wish that jade green would pop a little bit more than it does, Maybe I just need to use a little more. Maybe I should just go back and reread the instructions for it. Did you know there are instructions for micas? Some say use half a teaspoon per pound of soap. Some say use 1 teaspoon per pound of soap. So it's all a thing. It's all a thing. But anyways, let's look at what we have. Very nice. Oh, I didn't show you the hanger swirl. where I took the hanger and did we miss that totally? I totally forgot to record it. So you take the hanger and you go up and down. Okay, up and down, up and down, up and down. You can see that. That's what it's from. No swirlies, no curly cues, just vertical hanger swirl. Sorry, I don't know where that footage went. Oh, some days I feel like I'm losing my head. But really cute, really cute. I'm glad I put the neon in there because I just feel like the yellow would have probably bled in with the plain soap. And that's a beautiful white for a plain soap, don't you think? I do. Here are the fragrance notes to these coconut lime verbena bars. Here are the bars right after I cut them. And here are the bars when they are totally cured. As always, I hope you had a good time. Thank you for dropping by. I will see you next time. God bless.